what have you planned to win this series?
Instead of thinking about what have I planned against the Pakistani boys, I think my focus is what have I planned knowing the potential of my own teammates. I know if my teammates use the information that they have got from myself and the other boys who have played in Pakistan before, and if they can bowl and field, then I think on our day we have the ability to beat any team. And I think if you look at our record as well, I think we have managed to beat every team that we have played against. And the idea is always to be, inshallah, be in the final, and we'll take one game at a time. But I know if Zimbabwe plays to its potential and everybody's on board, then I think we have a very good chance. Thank you.
Captain Abubakar bin Talat here from PSL's Glory, winning for Lahore Qalandars and now captaining Zimbabwe side. Any lessons learned under the captaincy of Shaheen Shah Afridi that can help you crack this Tri-Nation series?
The fact is that when it comes to the loyalty of Shaheen or myself, or for that matter Dasun, who's going to be leading, or Charith, when we play our national teams, we do not discuss opposition in front of each other. Shaheen's loyalty lies with Pakistan, my loyalty lies with Zimbabwe. We do not talk about conditions, we do not talk about players' weaknesses or strength. When we do find time, which we have, when we sit down, we catch up about life. Cricket takes so much of our time, so when we do happen to find time and we see each other, which we don't get to see each other quite a lot, we mainly talk about life and gossip and chai, and that's about it, to be honest. We don't discuss oppositions.
Sikandar, Zimbabwe is playing cricket since quite a long time and had produced very good names, some famous names, but haven't made it to the top since like ages. So we're expecting some upset in this series, or what's stopping Zimbabwe to making it to the top?
Sir, I think if you look at the history of Zimbabwe, without being disrespectful to Zimbabwe, I never think, we never got to the top. I think these group of players get judged very harshly looking at our history. This young group of boys went to Australia and managed to beat Australia for the first time. But I do not hear journalists or senior journalists talk about that. It is always about our history. I would love to know about our history, that how many matches and series did our predecessor won. I just find that the current crop of players gets a bit more disrespected, which is not true. Like I said, we went to Australia. We managed to beat Australia. We went to the World Cup. You know how well we did at the World Cup in 2020. Last year, all the Asian teams that came to Zimbabwe for T20, we beat them. So the thing is, Zimbabwe has a very small pool of players. Of course, I understand you guys not to understand that, but we know how tough it is for these group of players to do things, and also how tough it is for us to have a bigger pool of players. But the management has put a few things in place where our pool is starting to look bigger now. So one of the challenges that we face when you talk about that is the fact that we do not have a very big pool of players to choose from to start with. But in the next 3 to 5 years, I think we will achieve that. We have identified that as a problem. And Zimbabwe cricket has actually worked on that. We have gone to the remote areas to expand cricket, and we are very hopeful that we'll manage to find cricketers who will come into our franchise, from franchise to the A, to the academy, and to the national side. So the biggest challenge sometimes we have is, because we have a small pool of players, sometimes it gets tougher. And also, if you look at it, we do not have a very busy cricketing calendar. When you do not play the top nations year in, year out, it becomes very tougher. This year we have played pretty much all the big teams, and we managed to qualify for the World Cup. We managed to get some good results. It's just that we haven't won any series. But sir, I can tell you that this crop of players is as skillful as the players we had in the past, and I'm very sure they will take the country forward in a very dignified and honorable way as well.
Skipper, no doubt, Zimbabwean T20 squad playing a good cricket from the last 1 year, although they lost 3-0 T20 series against Afghanistan. Tomorrow you are going to be face Pakistan team, and they are playing very good cricket against Sri Lanka, and then before that South Africa. So do you think that tomorrow is going to be a big,
It's okay, you can say it. I know what you want to say.
Yeah.
It's okay. Are you saying tomorrow is going to be a big challenge? Okay. You can say it, sir. It's okay. So why do we play cricket? We play cricket to test ourselves against the world's best cricketers. I mean, if you're not going to test yourself, then you truly do not know where you stand. So instead of looking at it as a challenge, which is a challenge, I am excited, and I know my fellow teammates are excited by that challenge as well. And you can only know where you stand as a cricketer and as a team once you start playing against the bigger and better teams. And it happens to be Sri Lanka and Pakistan tomorrow. So be it. I mean, I personally look for these moments where nobody's giving you a chance, and then you turn up as an individual, and then your country turns up and causes what you may call an upset. But to me, inshallah, if we happen to win, it's not an upset. We know how well we have trained, the ability that this team has, how much I believe in them and how much they believe in themselves. Yeah, I wouldn't call that an upset.
Assalamu alaikum, Sikandar bhai at Feroz. Sikandar bhai, there's a debate going on social media, and I need an honest opinion from you that who is the second best and first best team of T20 in Asia. So from Sikandar's point of view, is Zimbabwe playing the second best or the third best Asian teams in this tri-series? And secondly, just modifying the previous question, do you think that would it be an upset by Zimbabwe to qualify in the final, or would that be an okay sort of thing, normal thing?
All I would tell you, since I'm in a national jersey, all I would tell you is that Zimbabwe is the second best team in Africa. I do not care who's the first or the second best team in Asia. I would address that when I'm not in national jersey. Right now, all my focus and attention it's a press conference for a Zimbabwean captain, and all the questions that I will and I should answer is about Zimbabwe. I personally don't care who's the first, the second, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth, or the 10th. We're the second best team in Africa, and hoping to build on that and try and challenge the best team in Africa, which is South Africa, of course, as many times as we can, given the opportunity. It might be an upset for you because I can read the room that maybe you people are not giving us too much of a chance in the final to get to the final, but to you guys it will be an upset. To me it wouldn't be. No. Inshallah we'll get there.
Assalamu alaikum. Sikandar, which team do you see as the toughest opponent in this series?
I think Pakistan is always a tough team to play against. Of course, when the opposition teams, and if there's a tri-series or quadrangular in Zimbabwe and Zimbabwe is playing, then of course they would also say that Zimbabwe is tough in their own conditions, and rightly so, because we have done that. So I think Pakistan, if I have to pick between the other two teams, I think Pakistan will be a tough. And if you were in Sri Lanka, then Sri Lanka is always a tough, because they have great records, home records. So to answer your question, in Pakistan, I think Pakistan is the toughest team out of us three.